Amazing. Okay, cool. Let's see, make sure people can see what we're doing. All that jazz. The stream has just started. Hello. Welcome to the absolute madness that is going to be today. We're going to be tattooing Growlithe. It's going to be fun. It's all going to be fine. I'm going to make as little mistakes as possible. However, that is going to be far more mistakes than previously imagined. But you know, whatever. We're going to be fine. Things are going to be okay. I'm not going to absolutely break everything. Like the last stream where I pretty much just messed everything up constantly. Bust out our little friends. We've actually done some setup already this time. Everything should be out, available, ready to go, all that jazz. So we should be able to just be happy, and you know, see what it's like. I wouldn't mind just having a quick test to make sure everything is actually okay. Let me just text someone. Text my wife. He's okay, sound-wise. Amazing, cool. Suppose we better get the last few bits and pieces happy out sorted. So today we're going to use a 7-round liner. That's going to be number 1. I don't think we're going to be using any sounds of shoving myself into this glove. Today we're going to be using 7-round liner and just black ink. What we're practicing today again is lines, 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 lines. That's the pure goal, the dream, all that kind of stuff is to just do better and better every day at doing the lines. Come on, hands in gloves. I need new gloves. If anyone has advice. I think it's because they're like the powder-less gloves that they just have such pain. Oh my god! And then I break the gloves. Ah! Calm down. Right. Attempt number 2 of putting on these terrible, terrible gloves. Okay. Right. Let's have a quick little look at 1 or 2 things. We good? Okay, let's check this. And hope for the best. Can we even tell if my freaking thing is working. Okay, let's check this. And hope for the best. God damn it, that's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the microphone and hopefully that's better. We gotta turn it up. Okay, I think that's up. And I think we gotta do this. Hopefully this will improve our microphone a little bit, but worst comes to worst, we'll fix it later on. This is probably gonna show up twice on the... Okay, I'm gonna turn off the microphone and hopefully that's better. We gotta turn it up. Okay, cool. So I had a few seconds there of fucking up, screwing up with the microphone. We're good now. Anyway, we got the coffee, we have the water. And I'm probably ready to go. Let's turn on the music. And I guess be happy and merry and all that jazz. Taking off the hoodie before I get ink all over it, because that would be pretty goddamn awkward. Okay. Let's I guess get cracking. Okay. We have ink. Oof. Move our little friends over here, so the world can see the effort that I've had to go through to put up and create these marvels. Okay, lovely. They're cool. Right. Ink up, and I'm going to pretty much be deleting all of the earlier parts of the stream, because as you can imagine, I used to stream for a bit, but I'm extremely rusty at this stage. I used to stream a lot on Twitch, different things, primarily Minecraft and Pokemon kind of stuff, but you know, things are different and changed and all that jazz. Let's wrap our machine. So this is how I like to do it. Like that. If I was tattooing someone, I'd actually put this in a bag, but for practicing and this machine particularly, I don't care. These are things that I am learning so far about tattooing. Do we have a... yeah, it's over there. We need to get grip ready, and I'll pop that there. Take out this grip. Cool. I don't have nails to start this off. Come on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I literally just got a big old box of this as well. This grip. So this grip is absolutely lovely, and I would put it on absolutely anything if possible. Put it on anything and everything. It's so comfortable in your hand. Just have it in my Amazon basket, just ready all the time, just to restock myself with. So, first one, nice and tight. I saw a little thing a while back that people, when they were wrapping them themselves, other people, they don't put any like stuff in the actual. They don't put anything actually underneath and into their hand grip. Do I have a scissors? There it is. So they just stuff their grip is just entirely made of this this tape stuff. I'm just like, that's so fucking expensive. expensive. So goddamn expensive. Right. That's over there. That's over there. Let's just get needle depth correct real fast. So, needle depth is... I'm gonna let it hang out just a little bit. Amazing. Okay. Right. Let's go. Below this on my hand so my hand glides nice and smooth. We're going to start down by his feet. Just a little bit of Vaseline just on it, just to keep the ink going. I need to apply a little bit more later on as required. Okay, we happy? Oh. I literally put down my kitchen paper. There's. We're gonna need that in a second. That Vaseline goes away now. And we never touch that thing with the gloves that we have now because we never touch it with the gloves again because we basically are going to maintain that we're sterile at the moment, right? Bit of ink in, and let's get our first lines going. I'm going to start down the bottom again. And I guess we'll come this way. So as usual, my first line or two are always like my least favorite things in the world to do. The first line or two that I have to do of a tattoo. That's fine. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Look at the next toe, the next little toe bean. Cool. So, some lines are done. Happy days. Dab to see where we are at. Okay, we're doing okay. Okay, I'm going to do its back now. Get good stretch in the way that we want to go. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm actually doing right now. We're going to come down this line here. Following a long line here. Need to float out. I need just a little bit more ink, I think, and I'm going to need to have a little bit of a breath as well on that one. Let's keep it a little damp. Float back in and keep going. So I'm actually having an issue with this particular skin right now, because the skin is lifted here, and what happens is my fingers keep on getting caught like in here. So what I might do is, we have the last tattoo we did, which is the Cubone here. I might just pop him there, which might just give me a little bit of more smooth movement here. Let's see anyway what it's like. Let's get a bit more of this. We need to do his little kind of spikes in on his legs. Let's give him a bit of that. Give that a little dab. We're going to have to come back, I think, for the inner lines there, just to box them off. However, for the start, we're doing okay. So let's go again. We've got good support. Okay, there's one line. So there's a few smaller kind of lines that you'll see on it. Those are kind of where shadows and things like that would be coming in to the tattoo, but we're not 100% sure if we want them yet at the moment. So we're gonna have to come back and work on, see if we want them later. I think that we're gonna come down and we're gonna do his, I guess his left front arm, but the arm that's gonna be here on the left, just along here. Make sure we have nothing. I'm actually going to do the some of his fur here first. That line needs to be fixed. I kind of ran out of that. So we're still learning. Remember, we're still learning. There's no point being hard on ourselves. Let's stretch this line away here. So we need to do this line here. That's a okay line. Okay, cool. So we've kind of done most of the outside of his leg here. You have to do its front kind of leg here. It's just going to get interrupted, so we have to jump up because it gets interrupted by this fur here. Fill out of that line. We'll come back in, keep going down. Whew. Okay, can I have a little sip of my coffee, if I can? Cool, so we've kind of done the outside of his leg now. Let's do here. Headphones coming off. So I used to try to support myself a lot more on my desk. However, I'm trying to do that less. I'm also trying to reposition things less and less now. For the sole reason that if I'm doing tattoos on real people, I won't have the luxury of having perfect grip. I'm not gonna perfect, handling of everything that I'm gonna be doing. So I really need to get better at a lot of the other parts of the job, So some of the lines on this don't really look too straight, but it's actually just from the stencil. And the stencil I've actually created from a shot cell from the anime. So because it's directly from the anime, I'm kind of okay with it not being perfect if it's that's the cell that Pokemon actually use themselves. Okay. That's toes. This is his nails are done. It's down here. I am currently getting a video call from someone. Bear with me just 1 second. Let me just mute this. Sorry about that. I was got a voice call from someone who I don't always hear from. So I just had to take that because I thought it could be important. Do you ever get those people? Those people that you think are... You get a call from and then you just panic and you think the absolute worst things in the world that could have happened have happened. Anyway, that's what happened. But all is okay. So let's continue this tattoo. Yeah. So he's kind of coming together. We're going to have to tie up 1 or 2 lines I've already seen. And I think we've had depth issues as well on 1 or 2 lines, but that'll be okay. We can easily fix that. And again, this is fake skin. This isn't real people. We're here to learn on this fake skin, and we're here to learn on this fake skin, and that's about it. I'm gonna finish that line off later on, actually. Because I think. Fixing some depth. Anyway. Let's do this. Okay, let's do the bottom of his belly here. Just gonna do 1 line across. There's a little bit of jiggle in my arm there. I could feel it. I could feel it. It's not the best. Let's do his leg, and then we'll kind of zigzag up, I think. We need to fix that. There's a drop of ink that just came out too fast. I want to add a bit of curve into his nails, which is kind of just missing from the stencil on some of the nails. Remembering to breathe. Can just add our leg now. Good. That was a nice. I think that was a good line. And well, no uncommonly to be wrong, but whatever, we're all good. He's got 3 little toe beans at the back. Cool. Let's fix this line here. All the way down. That's a long line. Anyway, so we've got it on. Let's have a kind of quick look here at what we've been doing so far. We need to get a wipe down, but we've gone kind of the outside of his body right so far. Hey, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, let's get a bit more ink on it and we'll see what we can do. I think we should do the inside of his fur maybe next. I think that might be a nice idea. Let's get this part done anyway first. Because he's fast. Ink not sucking up here. Remember, these are not actual lines here, these are just stencil lines for if we want to add any shading. So there's some lines that are actually outside here. These, importantly, are actually his tail lines, I believe. So let's get these ones done. I need to go just a little bit slower, I think, on these lines. Okay. see how we're kind of getting on. We can go and just wipe all here away and see what most of this is like. We need to fix some lines around here. Oh wow, look at this. We have to do his line here. Okay. Let's get here. Let's do his face now. I think I'm gonna do start from here. Hopefully I'm not. Am I in the shot completely? Am I in the shot completely? Oh, my headphones are kind of in the shot, but that's fine. Whatever. Let's get the next one. Line across here. So we have an issue here where the stencil has kind of come off the tongue here. Which we're gonna have to deal with in a second. I think what we can do is it'll all work out fine. Nice. Let's come across here now. Okay. We need to make decisions about the tongue now, and just basically get it done, I guess. So we're missing a line here. I'm going to do the other side, I think, first. We're pushing. Feather out. Oh, big of a stretch, guys. Bit of a stretch. And then we need to make one line that goes like this way down his tongue. I'm gonna actually put a little, just a tiny little curve in it. Make it just look a little bit more alive. Let's do the parts of the tongue that we can recognize next. I'm pushing this line. I'm pushing this line. feathering out. I'm going to also just back off a little bit and just do the rest of the face this side. Whew. Big breath, big everything else. Let's finish off that tongue. Feather out. Whew. Okay, I think we did good, guys. I think we did good. I think some of the times some of the stuff that you have to do and choose while doing tattoos is really just making decisions just on the fly. So I messed that up a little bit. Again, we didn't have the stencil coverage on this, which is a pain, but you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. And I need to practice. So, we're fine. All about learning. All about the learning. It's all about learning. I really do not like how this stencil is handling his nose here. It's kind of like crooked or something. But we're going to do as the stencil says. I'm going to actually just do. That part first. Okay, so we're kind of doing his face. Next, let's do his little nose. His cute little nose. His nose is full black, so I'm going to be able to come back to it later once I can see more. I also don't want to fill it in, because as soon as you fill it in with a pure black thing, as soon as you come back to do, like, to wipe off any ink, it becomes a bit of a nightmare, because the more ink that you have in a certain area, when you kind of push it and stuff, it gets kind of ruined, you know. Anyway, let's do this other eyebrow thing here. The other eyelid, I guess is the correct word. Amazing. Outer eye line. Cool. So we've done is we're missing a line just here. Let's have a look. I think we just are meant to blend this line here into this line here. Let's just do that. Woo, okay. Give my hands just a little break for just a quick second. Just have a quick rub off some of this ink. See what we kind of get so far. So this line here needs strengthening here. I can see right now it's just a little bit light. Gonna have to get a new things up. Whew. Okay. Hand is actually cramping up. We'll fix that in a bit. Let's keep going. Feather right there. Right. Not too happy with that line there, actually. Okay. go the other way. So, let's go this way. We're getting kind of close to the top of this now. Which I've done before, and what happens is it starts getting bouncy, like the fake skin. It starts bouncing back at you more, so you really got to pull it tight. So we're definitely going to have to come back to fix some lines. Let's see what damage we have. Finish eyes off first. Okay, I need to actually have a quick look at Growlithe himself to see how these lines go on his face. I need to take off this glove for a second. My coffee's gone. Gone very, very cold. So this is actually quite a complicated eye, believe it or not. For a Pokemon, you know, this is quite a complicated eye. And then this is my least favorite part in the world, having to put gloves on with dirty gloves. One glove on with another dirty glove. I need to buy better gloves. These are a fucking pain in the hole. I actually cannot get my fingers in. This is like my actual struggle right now. Look at the... my hands are broken. Okay. Come on. I should say that this is like not even like the complicated tattoo I was originally going to do today. So originally I was thinking about doing a mudkip. Try doing like a mudkip like coming out of the Game Boy Advance. I had the stencil, you know, like half kind of made already, but being honest, I backed out of it just because it's a lot more difficult than I was hoping to get. It's a lot more difficult than I was hoping to do today. So, cannot get my little finger to this, my little baby finger. Right, doesn't matter. We're nearly done the tattoo. I'm going to not care that these gloves are not on fully 100%. I'm just going to live with the consequences. that my fingers are going to burst out of them at any stage. It's not even the edge of my finger. Right, let's go. So he's got black inner parts of his eye, like that. Kind of like a bit of an, I'm gonna say a bit of an M shape. But you know what? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fix them afterwards. They're gonna be something like that. How are we looking? Something like that? A few more lines need doing. This line here. Just using the outline for as long as we can. So we're here. Now what? We're running out of Vaseline, and the good Vaseline. Let's clean off this, finish off the lines that we need to. We can always come back and tidy up and stuff later on. Me realizing that I might have wiped away a lot of what you guys can see. And hopefully I'm not hiding some lines that I'm not meant to be. Right, I'll take these gloves off. I need to like dry the hands basically. Just the burst glove, that's the burst glove from earlier on. Whew. I need to I'm gonna use clean paper. Tidy up some of this. Right, I need to do the black lines and all that kind of stuff. Finish off a few lines, however, bits and pieces that we've learned from today. A lot. We messed up the stencil. Critically, we messed up the stencil. Which is a big deal. We messed up the stencil, and because we messed up the stencil, we lost a lot of the thing. We also started getting hand cramps towards the end, which was not pleasant. Which was really, really not pleasant, and really affected some of the lines. Particularly, they're so noticeable up at the ear, up at the tongue, and I'm just really not happy with them, which is sad. Like I know I'm currently all about like, you know, learning and all this kind of stuff. However, yeah, it's a pain, and it's been really unfortunate. Oh my god, I can't get my little finger into this thing again. Okay, let's finish this off. So ears here are a massive problem. Does that. Let's try color in some of his nose. Let's do the black of his eyes. They look like something like that. We could do the black of his mouth as well, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, he's also going to have black markings here. I'm just going to give them a quick fill in. Also fix this line just a little bit. Cool. Feather in, feather out. Let's have a look. The inside of his legs here. I'm going to properly do them later. I just need to get a good shot. See what we have. See what we're doing. Growlithe, of course, one of my favorite Pokemon. I'm going to start probably. I should probably start talking more about the actual Pokemon or whatever that I'm doing. I feel like that could be something that could add a bit of entertainment. And then the slow realization that I should just be a Pokemon professor in my real life. I have a proper like favorite Pokemon in the world is Arcanine, and that's all basically started from literally the theme tune from the original series. There was a giant dog, big old reddy orange dog running, massive creature, and I was like, oh my god, I want one of those in real life. So Arcanine has always been one of my favorites, basically since that moment. So you can kind of see how we're getting on. Let's just have a quick look at. Let me have a quick look at my reference. So Arcanine has a black body here, black leg, part of his leg here. And then here's black as well. Did I say Arcanine or did I say Growlithe? You know what I mean. So let's fix up some lines that we have messed up. Not for the best. Very light line that was there. Way too light. Needs thickness and volume and depth and all that jazz. Cool. Whew. Okay, let's have a quick look. So turns out I actually do need to do a line that's not on stencil. I don't think. I don't know if it's on stencil or not. I think that I just fucked up the stencil as well. Really unhappy with that now. But anyway. Really messed up his ears here, unfortunately. But hey. Happier. So I'm going to do a bit of a cleanup here and see what more I see what more I need to do on us. See what more I've got to do on this. But for example, I need to finish up this black. And I've just knocked over my ink. Oh, amazing. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. Note to self, secure the ink. Take my time filling these in with this needle. It's mainly just for the visuals, but right. I'm gonna have to give this a tidy up and see what more else to get done. What I would encourage you to do is check back on this thumbnail later on, because I'll have the thumbnail hopefully updated with what it actually came finally out like. And not just this introductory lining mess up that I have done. Because I feel like I'm just making this look worse on camera than it needs to be. I just need to basically fill those in. Other bits that we could do, we could add like lines of the fur, kind of just like here and there. But I don't really know if I want to. Just at the moment. He's a happy boy. Right. Okay, so a lot of things that we've come to learn from this, basically. Lining. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to tie this up. I'm going to fix the thumbnail, all that kind of stuff. That's for that for the moment. Thanks for whoever's joined us, whoever rewatches this on the rewatch. Stay safe.